Hi, you're listening to the My Reality Says podcast, brought to you by My Therapist Says. We're here to discuss everything pop culture, influencers, blind gossip, and of course, reality TV. We put the T in reality. Hi! This week, we're going to be discussing Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. This last episode was an actual fever dream. The Kardashians. We're going to be discussing the newest episode, as well as all the new episodes from Love is Blind. If you're not caught up on Love is Blind, don't worry. We'll be talking about that last, so you can just stop listening, but get caught up.
This whole episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I felt like it was a fever dream or some sort of drug-induced vision. Like, it was insane.
It felt like a parody of The Real Housewives. Like, the storylines were insane.
Editing.
Oh my God, the editing was so camp. I was dying.
Yes, going back to storylines.
The storylines. Okay, so we have like Heather starting up a choir randomly. That was insanity. We have Angie Harrington's husband starting a fake Instagram account. I don't even know how that happened. Like, he was just casually like, yep, that was me. I started it.
He's like, get this. I started a Finsta. Like, what?
The look on Meredith and Seth's faces.
People are like, you're not even on this show. What are you doing?
How is Angie Harrington like such a main character? She's so thirsty. Like, she wants to be a main character, not friend of.
I think she's by far my new favorite character on like any Housewives.
I mean, I'm like wondering, was she really the one behind the fake account? Like, did her husband take the fall for her? I just like can't foresee like her husband just being like, yeah, today I want to start a fake account. It just doesn't. And how did Jen Shaw get like rolled into this? Because it was supposed to be about Lisa Barlow. Is Barlow exposed taken?
I think he wanted to get attention, and the only way to get attention, I guess, is talking about Jen Shaw, because nobody really cares about Lisa Barlow in the big like picture.
Yeah.
So you don't think it was Angie's fat elf on a shelf of a husband?
Okay, I will really miss Jen Shaw's like sense of humor. Like, why does she have to be a criminal? Because the lines, the bars, she is killing it.
They will never top this. Like, I don't know who else they're gonna add to the show. I mean, they're adding like Angie, I guess, right, as a full-time character, and the other Angie too. But like, they will never top Jen Shaw.
No, she's just so bizarre. Like nothing
fat
will be the same.
Alpha. I can.
I literally like spit out my wine when I was watching that. I could not. Yeah, and then we had Whitney and Justin losing his job, and Whitney somehow like spinned it and made it seem like it's because she's too successful, when we all really know that it's because they were rubbing each other on screen with paint all over them, smacking their asses on national television. I think that's why he got fired, maybe not because she's successful.
Well, maybe because, his coworkers probably feel like they're watching their sex tape every week. That's all she talks about.
That was like scarring. I still have that image in my mind. I don't think I'll ever be able to get it out.
Well, Whitney thinks it's because... Sorry, I was gonna say Whitney thinks it's because they think they're jealous of his hot ass wife who wants to like keep boning him. Like,
I also heard this other theory that Justin's company is actually like an MLM.
Yes.
And people are saying that the reason why they fired him is because people are like, you know, realizing that it's like some shady MLM, and they're firing him because they don't want to have the spotlight on their company. So they're like, go away. We don't want to be involved on national TV. We saw what happened with Jen Shaw.
So I Googled it because when I was watching it, and she's like, he is like a what is he? Like a VP of sales or director of sales or whatever, like something higher up than that for a like publicly traded company. Like she made it sound like it was like, something that we would have known, like it was like a big company. And then I Googled it, and it's like something that was like selling like like collagens, and like it's like very MLM-y. Like,
is Wild Rose Beauty a conflict of interest? Given that it's like a beauty company?
Yeah, it's
but I don't think Wild Rose Beauty is going to be paying the bills.
I was already struggling so bad. She's like, well, I have to sell my handbags, and I'm like, girl, that sucks. Oh God,
this is dark.
She better hit up Andy for a raise.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with them. She better start, hustling, doing like 5 businesses like Heather is doing with her book, her new beauty lab and laser and choir and all that jazz.
Heather's killing it. She's my hero. She has energy for all of these ventures and activities. Like, I don't even want to like talk about the choir because I don't even know what's happening, but it was amazing. Like,
this wannabe American Idol.
Why did Whitney and Angie show up dressed up and doing a dance? Like, it's a choir. It's not America's Got Talent.
Like, I'm telling you, fever dream. I was like, what?
None of it made sense. They're like, Jen Shaw, you're Ryan Seacrest. Meredith, you're Ryan's assistant. Like, who?
And the like actual 5 people in line, I was so confused.
There's 5 people here, 4 of them related to Heather. I can't. Jen's shade is amazing.
Listening to Lisa Barlow sing a pop version of Away in a Manger is everything to me. And then her husband being like, no, that was flat, honey. Like, that's not it. Honestly, it's giving me recording voice notes at 3 a.m. Like, that's a good one.
I honestly, low-key, want to start like a fan fiction on all these couples because all their relationships are incredible. Like, I have never seen couples be this ridiculous and like funny, but also kind of cute because like the husbands are fully committed and in on this like ridiculousness every week. Like, you have a husband starting a Finsta. You have another husband like talking about blowies and how his wife does not give away blowies, and then training her to sing. Like, what's happening?
It always seems like John Barlow and Lisa's interactions. It's like Lisa has a gun to John Barlow's head and she's like feeding him lines.
Yeah, like he has nowhere else to be, but he doesn't want to be there. Like,
yeah. He's always has this like, fuck my life look on my face, but
let's hope
they're still so cute.
And like Justin's so cute with Whitney. Let's hope Whitney doesn't start giving out blowies for jazz tickets now. I don't know.
God, this whole cast is like falling apart, but like I'm living for every second of it.
It's like giving a comedy show at this point, which is like really refreshing after the season of Beverly Hills.
Oh, yeah. Like, this is exactly what I come to watch the Housewives for. Like, all this lightheartedness, insanity, because there's, like, no way this could ever be a real reality. Like, I'm living.
My new favorite moments are of Lisa Barlow getting roasted by her son.
Oh my God, her son is such a little prick.
I died when she's like, I didn't have a mother that made me homemade meals. And he's like, neither did I.
He's like, you take me to like McDonald's every day. What are you talking about?
Her face when he said that, she just like... I can't. I was dying.
Trying to like lecture him is amazing. She's like, well, I did give you a full-on company and like bankroll everything. So
yeah, maybe she should have stipulated that he has to go to business school first. Like,
oh, he's for sure gonna become some like sketchy crypto like.
He does. TikTok told him he doesn't need school. He better off getting an internship.
I'm like, that's where you get your business advice from, TikTok.
I am scared for Gen Z, honestly.
I can't. I really feel bad for her, though, because It seems like he's really going with the fudge college route.
Fudge college. I like that. Hashtag fudge college. I'm into it.
I want t-shirts made that say fudge college in like a collegiate writing. Like,
oh my God, we should do that. Guys, would you want them? We should do that. I'd wear it.
I'm so here for it.
I can't. Honestly, I feel for her, and I just feel like his whole generation is now getting like college and like or what they think is the equivalent of college education and life experience from motivational TikToks. Like,
I'm scared for the world.
Oh, for sure.
I can't. And then we had Lisa and Heather's whole drama, which I thought was so random. Like, I thought that Lisa's text wasn't even that bad. Like, I thought she had good intentions, being like, I hope your dad's okay. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why Heather, like, attacked her over it.
I did not even see where that came from. I legit thought I accidentally skipped an episode. I was like, what the hell are they talking about? I'm like, what's going on? It's
from the reunion.
Yeah. And then I was like, why are we like talking about this right now?
Yeah, no. I thought that drama was like so stupid, like unnecessary, and Heather was just, was not team Heather in this one.
Well, I feel like people are kind of upset with her because she keeps inviting Angie to everything and everyone hates Angie. So it's like, are you playing both sides? Clearly.
Well, she literally said last episode, she was like, well, I just didn't care or think about your feelings at all. Like,
just did not even think about it. I love that.
She said it in a way where she thought she was apologizing, but like she was really just saying, I don't give a fuck.
That was my favorite apology. It was basically like, I'm sorry you care because I don't.
I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, basically. That was incredible. I just felt bad,
and
honestly.
Then
sorry, go on.
Sorry. No, and then I was just going to say, Heather, like, then said that Lisa is making her cousins hate her because of those
I'm sorry,
stuff.
what?
And I was like, you're reaching here. Like, I'm pretty sure your like family's mad at you because you're writing a book about Mormonism and like exposing them, but make it about Lisa.
I'm pretty sure that her relationship with her family was already strained as hell without Lisa.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know, that family, Whitney and Heather, they like to reach and like connect to things that are not at all connected, and I don't know.
I honestly
something
really,
in those genes.
100%. I really, really enjoy Heather. I love watching her kill it in business and be like a single mom who's like cool and, you know, like, I guess doing the modern parenting, not the Mormon way. And, you know, I love watching her kill it in Chanel, just like looking good, having a great time, being an independent woman after years of just like being a wife, obviously. Because, like, she makes it sound like she's basically been on Handmaid's Tale for the past, like, 20 years.
Yeah.
And just finally released into the world.
No, I love that for her. And her, like, one-liners are hilarious. Like, I love her on the show. She brings a lot of, like, good energy, but I don't always agree with everything she says and does.
No. But do you agree with what any of them always do and say?
No. Like, very rarely.
I feel like they cast, like, the most incredible cast in a way where everyone is funny as hell. Everyone has these, like, really jokes, one-liners, and sense of humor. And, like, I don't think any other, like, Housewives franchise has this many funny people who just don't take themselves seriously. They just don't give a fuck.
And I was saying they all have, like, really interesting, like, family lives and, like, backstories. Like, I feel like in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, all the drama is, like, consisting mostly of them going to their, like, dinners and, like, yelling at each other. When you think about this past episode, like, they barely interacted with each other. It was a lot of, like, the husbands and stuff bringing the drama.
The
and,
children,
like,
the random activities.
Like, They have like very interesting inner lives, lots of intricacies going on there. I'm here
They're
for
just
it.
super, super entertaining group of people. Like all of them, their
Yeah.
families included. They get like fucked up on ski slopes. Like they don't care. Like I love that.
Like these are storylines I couldn't even imagine. Like
Hmm.
they're a real housewife gift from the gods,
Honestly,
honestly.
I hope they only keep getting more entertaining, even without Jen Shaw, because this is incredible. I mean, I didn't
Yeah.
think they could top Mary, but here we are.
Mary was just the beginning of the weirdness.
Yeah, like I think that set the tone for the franchise.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I did feel really, really bad though for Justin when he was crying and like crafting his statement and like the whole post he did. It was like really sad. Like I guess he
Yeah.
did feel like he had to choose between like, you know, his wife being famous and having a real job.
Yeah, I feel really bad for him. I mean, they did kind of sign up for it with their behavior on the
Yeah,
show,
right. What do they think was gonna happen? Like
but yeah.
they don't work for
I was
themselves.
dying. I was dying at Lisa Barlow's tweet at the on Wednesday night where she was like, "I have never done sexual favors for anything. I deserve presents for breathing."
Queen.
Icon. Like that is my motto. I want to live by that every day.
Honestly, I respect that. I love that energy. Yeah, this episode was
Love that for
amazing.
her.
It was actually I enjoyed it a lot more than last episode.
Yeah, no, this episode really bring it in all
Like I didn't expect to
all
laugh
areas.
this much, honestly. So I'm excited for next
Yeah.
episode. I just like we should have known when I saw the title of the episode. What was it? The Finsta something. I was like, what are they talking about? What is this?
I just couldn't believe that it was real that he would start a Finsta.
I just-
And so Lisa also tweeted that she was the one who actually found it all out.
Yeah.
Investigator Lisa Barlow, because what she did was she did like a password reset on his account and the like Shaw Exposed account,
Oh my
and
God.
you see like the last two numbers and like the beginning of the email, and it was the same. And so she confronted him and figured out
Amateur
that it was him.
move. Honestly, can you imagine your husband creating a Finsta to fuck around with your friends? Like, not like in like a weird way. Like, what is this?
I would be so weirded out. Like, unless they were both involved in
I would
it.
think it's weird, and if I wanted to do that, my husband would be like, "You have issues." Like,
Yeah, you need to go to therapy.
yeah, like he would be like, "Oh yeah, let's go, Finsta time, baby."
Like, these are real people you know. It's not like...
Like you're bullying my friends on a Finsta. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. Oh, God, this show.
Anyways, let's move on to
Should we move on?
yes, Kardashians.
The Kardashians. Okay, so I actually enjoyed this episode a lot more than the last few. It was a
I
lot more
agree.
interesting. I thought the last few were like mostly just ads for the show, for the family, I mean. So we had Kim getting ready for the Met Gala, that whole storyline with her trying to fit in the dress.
Oh God.
I personally think she really should have just worn that replica. I mean, it looks exactly the same as the real thing.
Nobody would
and
have known.
Yeah, she ended up ruining the real thing, and I
Did
don't know,
she,
it was really
though?
bothering me. Yeah, there was like
I saw the
like, a photo
tears.
that it's all like
Yeah.
ripped up and stuff.
But like, I don't understand how she fit so perfectly into the replica, and she was like, "Oh, it's big on me," and then she couldn't fit into the real dress. I feel
don't
like
know.
somebody messed up something.
Yeah, whoever made the replica.
Yeah, clearly.
But it was kind of annoying that she was like not taking no for an answer. Ripley's was like, no, like you can't wear the dress, and she's like, nope, I'm gonna wear the dress.
This is my. I did enjoy like watching how she's like, I came up with this idea. This is iconic. Blah blah blah. She's
Yeah.
so like, I did like kind of like an insight into how her mind works and how she comes up with
The
these
creative
little
process.
Yeah, Like, it's super
Yeah.
interesting. And like, I like seeing that side of her because like it just shows that she's, very involved in her image and everything that she puts out there.
Yeah. Because a lot of people just show up to the Met not taking the theme seriously at all. And
Right.
she's like actually like researching it. And
Well, like
I loved her.
Courtney and Travis.
Oh God. That was something. And then like Kylie's, I know it
Yeah.
was like a tribute to Virgil, but I didn't
But
really see how it was so like on theme.
wasn't. I mean, I guess what's more American than a baseball cap backwards?
I guess. But it was supposed to be more like gilded glamour, you know.
Obviously.
Didn't really see that age in her outfit.
I mean,
I really felt bad for Kylie though when she was trying on that dress and everybody was commenting about like it looking like a wedding dress and
Yeah.
she seemed like she really wanted to get married.
I know it must be like I know she's saying she doesn't care and her in her mind she's married or whatever what their relationship works for her. But like I don't know, you're watching like your sister get married. It's like a fun just party if anything. Who doesn't want to wear like a
Yeah.
nice big beautiful dress, especially with their access to all the designers and everything.
Yeah,
And
and like how extravagant they can make the wedding.
Right.
Like I'm sure they would love to plan it all, the theme, everything.
I mean,
like,
Courtney always said she never cared to get married, and now, it just takes the right person, I guess.
yeah, I mean, it was a little bit awkward also watching it given all of the cheating rumors that are happening right now with Kylie.
Yeah. I was thinking
Yeah.
about that watching it. Because she's like, oh, I feel calm about net right now. My life is good. I don't have any issues. And I was like, well, there's some controversy right now.
There's some stuff coming up. And then I also saw recently that Kylie and Travis put their house up for sale.
Oh, yeah?
She says there's nothing wrong and nothing happening, but it's a little fishy to me that they're putting their house up for sale while this is all going on.
Didn't she just like move into it recently and renovated like last year or something?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I saw that she's making like a huge profit on it.
I mean,
I think she bought it for 13 and is selling it for 20 or something like that.
I mean,
So,
that's what they do,
yeah.
right? The Kardashians basically move every year because they keep making money on these houses, like a side business for them.
Yeah. I don't blame them,
Yeah,
like,
I mean-
considering the real estate market right now.
Exactly. If someone's willing to pay it, sure. And I guess you do get bored living in the same house if you can afford to switch it up every 2 years, and you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
packing it up and unpacking it and moving it. Sure,
Yeah.
it seems
You have
fun.
somebody doing all of that for you. You just like
Sign me up.
magically like levitate and everything is ready for you.
Yeah, and you're just like get to redecorate every year. Like that's fun.
Yeah. No, I can see that and it being like a whole new fun process for them. But
I miss our old house with like the colorful ombre dining chairs that now everyone has copied.
yes. Oh my God. And her
And like the
vanity
art,
room was
exactly.
stunning.
The beautiful glam room. Loved it. I actually like that house a lot better than this house she's in now. So I wonder what the next one's gonna be like.
Yeah. I was looking at a post today that was showing all of the how each Kardashian like decorates for Christmas because Christmas is coming up and I'm
Beautiful.
like this is my favorite. I love seeing how they decorate for Christmas. Courtney's was my favorite actually. Hers was so like classy.
I think
and
last
cute.
year Kylie's was my least favorite because it was like super like just like all white and like kind of boring. It was like I think she had like one tree or something and like the entranceway. It wasn't like
I
all like as crazy as she usually I think goes out.
I
was very
hated,
minimalistic.
I don't know what year I was looking at, but in the photo it had Chloe's and it was just like so pink that and I love pink, but like
Oh, I
for
didn't actually
Christmas
see that.
everything pink. I like hate
That's a lot.
it.
I
Yeah.
mean, my Christmas decor is pink, but not the trees and stuff, just the decorations.
Yeah,
I've
same.
become a rose gold girly at Christmas.
Yes, same.
But I mean, they can't beat Kris Jenner's decorations, I'm sure.
No, hers are iconic.
Whose Christmas would you want to go to? Kathy Hilton's or Kris Jenner's?
I think Chris, just because I feel like that party is more
Oh,
fun.
their party. Oh my God, the New Year's Eve party. I mean, sorry, the Christmas Eve party. It looks amazing every time. Every celebrity's invited. That's great. It's a good time.
I do
I'd love
think
to
I
go.
like Kathy's
Decor.
decorations more.
Because like it's so classic. It's like a classic all-American Christmas house. Like she does every room.
Yeah.
She has a tree in every room. And like
I,
she does it herself.
Architectural Digest shot her house for Christmas last year, and it was so beautiful.
I do love though how they go all out for every holiday. Like, did you see Kim's decorations for Halloween? The hands, the molds
Oh
of
my
their
God,
hands.
amazing.
I was like, oh my
Stunning.
God. Did you put that up for like one weekend? That's insane.
All that effort. I mean, like we said, they have people doing all of it.
Did you see
so.
that TikTok of someone being like, how I turned my Halloween decorations to fall decorations, and they just turn all the pumpkins with like the face inwards. I'm like, that'll be me.
Lazy girl hack.
Yeah, basically.
Getting back to the Kardashians. So this episode we had True's birthday party.
Speaking of decorating, that was beautiful.
Yeah, I love that whole like pastel theme. That was so cute. What I didn't love was Tristan calling and being like, let me just pay for everything, and like trying to come out as the hero in this when like he's not even there. Like he didn't get involved in any of the planning, didn't do anything, but he wants to just like put his name on it by being like, I paid for this. It's like kind of condescending.
Is he paying for his other children's parties?
Yeah. I wonder.
I mean, I think there's needier children that he needs to take care of.
Yeah.
Like, whose mom is not Chloe.
Yeah, and then just like the fact that like Chris was keeping such close contact with him was like, again, like a little shady.
Yeah, like why you talk? I don't know. I did laugh though when Kim was like, they wouldn't let me wear the dress until Kris Jenner called.
Oh my
I'm like,
God,
I want to
amazing.
be on a receiving end of these phone calls. I just want to see how she like gets shit done and how she gets the answer she wants always. Like she sounds like an epic negotiator.
The devil works hard, but Chris works harder.
It's incredible.
So let's talk about the whole photoshopping incident.
Oh, God.
The way they tried to explain it as if it's like so normal.
As if like everyone does it. What? I just wanted to post a picture, but Kylie was like, no, so I had to replace. Like, what? Who does that?
Like, so how about just don't post that picture and like post another pink picture because like you have a photographer on hand who could take another picture.
Probably has like
Why
years
would
of
you-
content on her phone.
Yeah. I did not understand.
Is this why this episode was presented by Photoshop?
I was dying at that.
I was like, why is this amazing?
God.
What's next one? Is brought to you by Facetune.
The two pillars of the Kardashians. Yeah,
no, that was weird.
That whole like inauthentic part of them just like
speaking
rubs
of that,
me the wrong way.
We didn't actually get to discussing, but remember that whole controversy of Kylie not being at the premiere last episode, but saying she was and posting her own footage, but like no one else, like she was in no one else's pictures.
She was not there. Just like say you're not there. You don't have to like
I watched it like closely. They couldn't even find one image of her like at the actual premiere. She didn't take any group pictures, nothing. The only footage they had was like her own Instagram story.
So just say you weren't there. I don't understand why it has to be all of these like elaborate lies.
Yeah, it's just weird.
It's all so contrived and like
just say I wasn't feeling well. Like
yeah,
use the COVID excuse.
We're cool with that.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah, it makes me think like what's going on behind the scenes. What's the real reason behind that? Like
it's very strange.
Is there some drama that we don't know about that went down? And I don't know.
It was also they had like they showed 5 seconds of the family doing Easter in Palm Springs, but like I just felt like that whole scene had no purpose because they didn't show more of it. There was no like
anything. I wanted to see more of that.
Yeah, I was like, show me this family thing, like Easter. It looks fun. And then like they just like kind of like it never happened. It was like such a filler scene.
Yeah, that editing was very strange. I did love the whole scene in Milan.
Yes.
That was so stunning. Like, that building
Oh my
looked
God.
like a fairy tale.
I mean, do I love the final dress? No, I did not.
Oh God, no.
But
No.
I love how they were so excited to like do this, to have these fittings and like go to Milan. And like, it was cute when Travis is like, it's nice to actually travel, like not for work. And I'm like, you forget that these people get to go everywhere, never get to actually enjoy where they are.
Right.
Like they're like,
Yeah,
go,
no,
go, go. I would hate that.
Yeah, and they were like able to just
Mm-hmm.
enjoy and walk around the city together,
Bring their
get
friends.
Travis's coffee that he
Oh
really
my
wanted.
Do you remember how good the cappuccinos were in Milan? I can't.
Oh my God,
I was
so
watching that
good.
and I was like, I miss Italian coffee. I wish I could just jet to Milan.
The best.
Yeah, I felt bad that her
But
sisters
yeah,
couldn't be there. That would have been like a fun sister thing to do for sure.
yeah, I feel like that's like your sisters and your mom are always supposed to be there for your like wedding try on.
Yeah.
I was a little confused by that, but
Black China.
I mean, I was expecting at least like a FaceTime or something.
Oh. Honestly, I feel like they don't really like talk as much when they don't see each other, but like they always see each other. So like, I don't know. She did have like all their best friends there. That was nice.
Yeah.
Do you
that
think
was
she
cute.
borrowed Kim's jet? It looked different.
Probably. Yeah. And then what happened at the end of the episode? We had like Kim's Rocky montage of her working out. But I was dying because like she was making it seem like she was like climbing Mount Everest, but she was like walking on the treadmill at like a low speed.
It was amazing because she did drop what like 16 pounds in like 2
Yeah.
weeks, and I'm like, hey, you're not doing this by like doing this.
Yeah, like we know you're also dieting like crazy.
I felt for her, the dedication. If I had to drop like 4 dress sizes, I'd be like, I'm out. Sorry.
Yeah. I'll be like, you make me a new dress that looks like that.
Exactly.
I'm good.
It's gonna be inspired by Marilyn. Sorry.
Exactly. But yeah, overall, I really like this episode. Much better
Very
than
cute.
the last few. And I'm excited for next episode. It looks really good with the whole
So excited.
Met, everything. And Courtney's wedding. That one's going to be so good.
I'm excited to see more of that because, like, the amount of outfits, the whole weekend thing they were planning, it looked really, really fun. It made me want to go to a wedding.
Yeah. I'm so excited for that.
Um,
Should we move on to Love is Blind?
yes.
So
I was at the edge of my seat this episode, and then I was so mad
I know.
when I figured that like it wasn't they weren't gonna air the last episode.
they always do that.
I was so
I
frustrated.
mean, I think the first season they let all the
Yeah.
episodes happen at once, and then the last two.
They're really milking it because I think it's like their best show, honestly.
Yeah, it's so good. I hate Bartiz so much. I want to
So
start
much.
a I hate Bartiz fan club because, or like hate club because he's the actual worst.
Okay, I was
He's-
laughing the entire time because like when they were showing the montage of like in the wedding dresses or whatever of Nancy, and she's like, Bartiz is nothing but genuine and loving and kind to me. And then in my mind, I kept getting like flashbacks of him being like, you're not attractive, but whatever. Looks are important. Raven is gorgeous.
Raven would be the girl I'd go up to.
And then she keeps going on and on about how he's kind and genuine, and like every like issue they've had, they like got over it, blah blah blah, and they worked through it, and he's so amazing, and so he's just the man for her. And I'm like, girl, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Are you?
Like what
Yeah.
planet are you on?
Or even with the gifts.
Oh my
when
God.
when she sent this like sentimental gift with this like cute little love letter,
Mm-hmm.
and then he sends her back a shot and
Yeah.
saying, "Let's do the damn thing."
Like, okay,
Like,
let's get
I
you
know that
dumped
was a
is what
lot.
it sounds like.
I know that was a last minute gift because he had nothing planned, and then he saw what she gave him and was just like, "Oh fuck, let me just
Am I supposed to
send
do
something
this?
over."
I was dying when he was like, "Oh, when my friends saw her, they were like, whoa, that's not really your type." And I'm like, really?
I was like,
this Dungeons and Dragons reject crew is.
They look like they have not left their parents' basement in years. They were
I was laughing.
something else.
They look like they live in their mom's basement. And then, like, you know, they look like just like nerdy bros that decided to take up weightlifting to get chicks and still not getting any chicks. So, like, what is happening here? Like, who are you to put down Nancy's beautiful looks and be like, she's not your type, bro. You can do better.
And Bartise is like nothing special, honestly.
And honestly, he's like young, has like, I don't even know if he has a career. He probably definitely doesn't make money. Like, what is happening? She's got her shit together. She's and she's acting like, you know, she takes care of him.
He was like 100% had like gold digging, like eye flashes going on when she was talking about how much money she makes
and when
from
she's
all
like,
of her
well,
properties.
When we're married, my properties will be my husband's properties. And I was like, no, girl, no, prenup.
No.
I was like,
I was dying. And
bad
then
idea.
He was like, you could see he was like finally considering it, because before he was like, no, I can never, like, I'm not attracted to her. And then he was like, maybe I can like get rid of my debts this way.
But you know, he keeps trying to use the like excuse of her co-owning the properties with her ex instead of like her not being attractive enough for him. He's like, you know, there's also the ex issue. They own 2 houses together. I'm like, okay, well, that's 2 more houses than you own, buddy. Like,
yeah, he doesn't want the ex involved because he wants to be the one involved.
Yeah, like, relax, because like the ex probably won't let you take advantage of her.
But realistically, I do think he's gonna say no.
I do too.
The way he opened that gift and he started crying, and he wasn't like overjoyed. He described it as heartbreaking. You don't get a gift like that and say this is heartbreaking. No. I feel like he knows that he's gonna like destroy her, and he feels guilty.
You know what else?
In that asshole conscience of his.
Well, like, they were also standing at the altar, and like, you know, she's like, I do, and she keeps looking at him and like willing him to say yes, and she's like, come on, you love me. And he's just like looking at her, and his eyes are so cold. Like, I know when a man's eyes get beady like that means he literally does not care about you. He's just trying to muster up like a nice way to extricate himself. Like, there's coldness on his face. Like, there's no affection.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just so happy because, like, I feel it's gonna suck for her when it happens, but it's better than being like heartbroken every single day by this guy, because he would never be attracted to her. Like, let's just be real.
He'll cheat on her like a week later.
Exactly. So this is like the better thing for Nancy, and I think she's like way out of his league. She can do way better, and
she doesn't have to lose her hard-earned properties.
Exactly. So, I mean, I really hope that's what happens. I think it is.
Also, like, you know, realistically, I feel like you can't really build a marriage with someone if your views are so different towards, like, key subjects, like abortion or whatever, like childcare, things like that. It's like, if you don't agree on those big things, like, how's that going to work?
No, it's not. Yeah, no, they were not a match for each other. I knew that from the beginning, and I was just like, Nancy, what are you doing, bro?
She's delusional. Poor girl is honestly deluding herself. And I'm like, come on, you're like old enough to know better. Like, you deserve better. Yeah. Everyone sees that this is not it. You should not be crying 10 days into a relationship. Like, what is happening?
Yeah. No, and he fully said, like, he would rather be with other girls, basically, over you. So, I mean, how clear can it get?
It's like, listen, I think you're ugly, but, like, I love you. No thanks.
No. Next couple, let's go to SK and Raven.
Biggest surprise of the season for me.
Oh, she like turned her whole, like my whole perspective on her around. Like, I hated her at the beginning of the season, but I grew to love her. She like really opened up, became vulnerable, like let
more
his
genuine
culture in, was so respectful to the family. Like, she
felt like
compromised a lot.
exactly, and I felt myself changing like towards her because I was like, oh, she's like whatever, like she doesn't really care about anyone. But then when I saw her during like the bachelorette party and everyone was like getting down on 30 and she was like, I don't want to be here, I miss SK, and I was like, that's cute. I didn't expect
That was
that.
so cute. She was like, I'm not about this. Like, I
No.
would rather be at home.
And like, and then I cried. My heart broke for her when she was like, I was gonna say yes. And I was like,
I know.
did not see that coming.
And that moment with his mom, like,
Oh.
I was so heartbroken.
When his mom was mouthing, I do.
I know. I was dying.
I didn't
so
even
sad.
realize she liked Raven so much. It was so cute.
Yeah, I do think they are gonna be dating like after anyways, and I think it's like not the right time for them, but I think they have like a connection and they're gonna date later on.
Do you think she'll take him back though?
I think so. I've seen like a few posts on social media where they're like commenting on each other's things, like they're in like hanging out. I don't know about dating, but they're like, it's not a spoiler because I don't know if they're dating, but they're on good terms is what I do know.
Well, she was like, she did take it really, really well. And she was like, okay, like I'm gonna go cry now. It was so sad.
Yeah.
And like, you know,
I
was so confused the whole time because he made it like when the way he said no, he made it seem like everyone would understand why. But I was like, I don't get it. What are you talking about? Where'd this come from? And then he goes, oh, it's the distance, her unwillingness to move. Yeah, I'm sorry. She can like probably teach Pilates anywhere. I mean, let's be honest. And then her family.
She wasn't willing to.
Exactly.
Like, if someone's not willing to, you can't.
So I feel like he felt,
and
he was being smart. He felt like he would be the one making all the sacrifices, and she wasn't really willing to make any, other than like accepting his culture.
But I do think I was kind of like, why do you go on a marriage dating show or whatever when you know that you're going to be going to school? Like, it's kind of selfish in that aspect.
No, I feel like you should have gone like next year on the show or something. Like, this is not the time.
Like, it puts the other person in like a difficult situation because they were expecting to like start their life with someone.
Well, there's a reason, right?
Start their life apart from someone.
Yeah, and I'm saying there's a reason why producers always focus on per city and they like cast couples from the same city, so there is no like of that distance stuff, so people have a better chance of working out.
Yeah, and I don't think their relationship would work like right now because like she has different lifestyle expectations and I don't think he can like provide that for her, and she's like, I want half my rent paid by him
and she's not willing to go to California.
Yeah, so I don't like see them working out right now, but like maybe in the future, but I hope they do.
But then I also see her like meeting someone else while he's at school, you know? I feel like it would be hard for her to just like not date anyone else.
But she did say like she was super like guarded, always around guys, remember? And she was like something about SK like really made me like finally open up and stop being so emotionally unavailable. So
she was really sweet and patient. So
yeah,
I hope so. I actually don't remember like. It never really occurred to me. I was thinking about it yesterday when I was watching. Did they ever end up getting intimate?
Yeah, they did. Okay. I think they mentioned like
because
on one episode that they did.
At first, she was like, no. So I didn't know if they actually ever consummated their relationship. Yeah.
It's so funny because when they weren't getting intimate, I was like, this relationship is doomed. Like they're gonna break up. I thought they weren't even gonna like make it to the altar. They were going to say goodbye to each other and go home, but
no, they surprised me. It was like really real. It was like really cute. All of it.
Yeah.
And then I'm honestly...
He seems like a really good guy.
My heart...
And she seems...
Yeah, they both seem great. Sorry. He seems like a really nice, mature guy who's like ready for like a mature marriage relationship, like all or nothing type of thing. And I feel like she needs to get there.
Yeah. I feel like she finally opened up and realized like she wants to be there.
Yeah. And that like maybe it won't be so easy to find a guy's genuine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, you know, guys always want her for her looks and stuff, probably. So, like, it's hard to find, you know, she could have had Bartiz. Nobody wants
I
that.
was, like, loving it when she, like, turned him down again in the pool.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not interested.
Hit on her. She was like, bye.
When he's like, we're the best looking people here. And she's like, doesn't even look like he works out that much. I died.
I was loving it because he's so
That's
full
what
of
he
himself.
deserves. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, hey, you know how you are. You're on a wrong show. Why the hell are you on a show that's like not about looks? You know, like it's not gonna be like people who think they're conventionally like gorgeous on the show. Like I don't know what you're doing. It's not too hot to handle. That's where he would have like thrived. I can see him being like the resident fuckboy on next season.
He needs to thrive in therapy and grow the fuck up.
I don't know about therapy. I just think he's exactly who he says he is. He's like a young, immature boy that started working out and thinks he's hot. Like he's clearly a nerd.
He's not ready for like a real relationship though.
No, he's like 10 years away from being able to be a good boyfriend, let alone like a husband.
Yeah. He's such a like classic fuckboy.
100%. My heart will be broken if Alexa and Brennan don't make it.
Oh my God, same. They are so cute, and I really, really hope that they make it. But I
saw those previews.
I do have some doubts.
Me too.
Like just with like their lifestyle differences, their like family and friend differences. I feel like they're just very different, and in the real world, when they're living together for a long time, I like worry that they won't last. I think they'll say yes to each other, but like, I hope.
Well, like, I mean, her dad will have to bankroll them.
Yeah.
Realistically.
I mean, for her lifestyle.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like they've acknowledged that she's used to a certain lifestyle, and he definitely has not seen anything like that. So, and he doesn't like make that kind of money. Like he always basically in the pods as well, like reiterated that money is not important to him. And, you know, guys usually that don't make a lot of money say that.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah. I really do hope they work out. I think they'll say yes to each other.
They were so cute.
What do you think?
I loved watching him meet her friends too. It was really funny. Yeah. Obviously, I love the juxtaposition of like the sweet white farm boy meeting these like wild Israelis. I was dying. I was like, this is giving me.
Yes.
Like me and Scott love watching them because he's like, I see myself in this.
I'm dying.
He's like, my girls and my gays. And I'm like, yep, here we go.
Love it.
She's just like a super fun personality. Like I think is very.
She tells it like it is. She's super unapologetic and like confident.
I loved watching
and like
her.
He brings out the best in her, and
they're
like,
super
otherwise.
Cute. I loved watching her try on dresses too. It was really cute.
Yeah. The whole dress scene was
actually
really cute. I was really sad
for Zainab. I felt so bad for her. It was heartbreaking. I cried. I was like, I can't imagine that kind of pain. And her sister couldn't be there. Really That's sad. So sad.
Yeah, I really feel for her. I really hope she and Cole do not end up together because they are not meant for each other. Their relationship is like so toxic. He's a man-child.
Okay, no, to be fair, that last scene of him trying to make her dinner and her losing her shit like set me off. I was so mad at her. I'm like, girl, you need to be patient and nicer. Like, be kind to the person that you claim to love. I would never like be that mean to the person I love. Like,
he was like trying to do something nice for her by cooking,
and she was losing her shit.
she was being a little nitpicky and like annoying, but I think he brings out the worst in her and she brings out the worst in him, and they just don't mesh
No,
together.
she's
And
honestly
that's just
so
the end of
naggy.
it.
She needs to take a chill pill. Honestly, if she was my friend, I
Yeah.
would tell her. I'd be like, "What are you doing? Like, it's normal. Like, guys always like mess things up. Just fucking be patient and nice. What kind of a mother are you gonna
Yeah.
be if like everything sets you off or you get mad about messes and things?"
I mean, did you see his house
Oh
though?
my god. I don't want to
The
think about
flies
it.
in
I don't
the
want to think
toilet.
about it. It like grosses me the
I
fuck out.
I
would
eating
walk
when I was
out
watching it, and I
and
was
never come
like,
back.
no, I'm done.
No.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Same. I was like, I can't eat right now. But I also like after seeing that, I wouldn't stay with him. I'd be like, okay, if you can
No,
live like this,
that would be the end.
I'm like, I don't want to know. Like, I wouldn't want to touch you. I'd be like, you're gross. Do you even shower? Like, what's happening? Like, if you, I've never seen a single guy's apartment look like that. Like, that's insane to me.
Yeah. I think, oh God, it's just so disgusting. And he was trying to be like, oh, it's just because I haven't been here in a while. I
You
don't
left
care
it
how
like
long
that,
you've
buddy.
how long you haven't been there for. That is vile. I think Cole, the reason why she's so like naggy and like nitpicky is because she's still like insecure and angry because of what he said
She is.
in the pool to Colleen and about the whole rating
Yeah.
thing. So I think she's like
Holding on.
taking out her anger in the worst, in like a different way. And
Because she's being really mean to him a lot.
yeah.
And then my favorite part was when he's like, you're mean, you don't even like me. Like, I would want my wife to like me. I'm like, yeah, fair. Like, and then she's like, no, I still want to marry you. I'm like, what? She's like, you're gross, you're dirty, I don't like this, I don't like who you are as a person, but I still want to marry you. We'll be so happy together. What are you talking about?
I was so confused. I'm like, is this the same guy we're talking about?
Yeah.
Like, what is happening?
I feel like her and Nancy are both
He-
delusional in different ways. And I'm like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? Like, walk away.
He's like, you're a 9 out of 10. Raven and Colleen are a 10 out of 10, but she's like, yep, this is the one. Like,
I don't get it.
I don't understand.
Now he's attracted to her. I do think he like grew to love her, and he like now is into her. But the fact that she's just like keeps beating him down like that, like I don't know how long he can last. Like it's not nice. Like she doesn't seem to like him as a person.
Yeah. Well, I think she resents that he's not like mature.
Yeah.
And he needs like a girl who's like more playful
And like younger, I think.
Yeah. And she needs a man that's like secure and is going to reassure her.
And
I think she
OCD.
has insecurity issue. Yeah. She needs a clean guy.
Yeah.
Overall, they just like do not work well together. I'm really wondering though what's gonna happen at the altar. Like that's one where I'm just like, are they gonna say yes?
I don't
Are they gonna
see
say no?
either of them saying yes, honestly. And then that the scene where he was like, oh, like you tell me like that I'm messy, but then you throw your hair everywhere, blah blah blah. Your hair's in the toilet always.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's where my hair goes. The next person that's using the toilet has to flash it down. I'm like, what? I'm like, what's going on? I've never left my hair in the toilet bowl. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, no.
Like,
That was
why are you so
gross.
picky? But then you yourself are not particularly like clean. Like,
Yeah, no, she's definitely like super naggy in that sense.
she sounds like a downer. I was like, I thought like in the pods she was so fun and playful and just like, oh my god. I'm like,
no, I see. It's so weird because I think even when she's like with the girls, she seems so fun and like cool and chill. And then as soon as she gets around him, she's like, he brings out the worst in her.
they're
and
so
vice
bad
versa.
together. So bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I really hope
I don't
neither of
think
them
that's
say
gonna
yes.
happen. And then obviously,
And if it does happen, they're not lasting.
oh no, they're not gonna say yes. I don't think so. I don't see it happening. And then another couple I'm concerned about that I had no doubts about are obviously Matt and Colleen, because like you know in those scenes from next episode they showed like them freaking out and running out or something. So I'm like, what is going on?
I really don't like Matt.
Okay, so I went from loving him and thinking he's so sweet and genuine to now literally every single friend of mine is texting me being like, this guy is like a wife beater. I'm confused. He's scary.
Yeah,
he's scary.
he's
Red
so
flags.
scary.
Red flags.
He has like legit
Issues.
crazy eyes,
Yeah.
and the way that he speaks to her, like she was trying to get a sentence out and he's like, say it, say it, say it.
Yeah,
like, I'm like
it was like
getting
really
scared
annoying.
when I'm watching it.
No, it's really uncomfortable.
And I think he was like lying somehow about in some way he's lying about that whole like cheating thing, because
Right.
his story kept changing.
That's what I thought.
And I'm like, okay, they must have just been like separated or something, because if they were really together, like he said that was the last time he spoke to her, was that time that she called and said that she cheated on him. If they were really together and they lived together, you would see them again. They would have to get all of their stuff. They would have to go through a divorce. There would be contact. I think they were separated and like on a break, and
honestly,
she found someone else. And he thought it was cheating.
I was judging at first. I was like, oh my God, how could, like, she's probably a horrible person. She cheated on such a nice guy. But now seeing how he acts, I'm like, maybe he was just really mean to her and she was very unhappy and she had to run away from him. Like,
yeah,
maybe getting pregnant by
like
someone else was her only way. I don't know.
I know. I like really want to hear her side of the story.
And then when he was...
and like, I feel like he makes stuff up in his mind.
Yeah.
Like when she was like going out to the club and she called him and told him exactly where she was, and he was like fine with it, but then like had a freak out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
And then the next morning, and packed all of his bags. Like, that is insane behavior.
Yeah.
I just feel like he likes to play the victim and uses that as an excuse for his behavior.
And then his friends were like, you're a 2-date Matt. And I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, what?
Yeah. And his friends were like, he's a yeller. Like, you just have to get over him, like, yelling for, like, 3 hours, and then you'll be good.
Sounds
and I was
like he has anger problems.
Yeah, sounds like he's verbally abusive.
Yeah, I don't want to be yelled at for 3 hours for nothing. Like, what?
And even his mom,
right?
I think knew something, because she was like, I'm praying that you'll, like, actually like him.
Oh,
like,
that's what I was going to say. Like, it was so weird to me that his mom was like, I really pray that you don't hurt him. And then she's like, and I pray that he doesn't hurt you either. I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah.
I'm like,
what do you know?
If this guy right now, the way he's presenting himself as the saint who's been heartbroken and who just wants someone to love, is, like, capable
She wouldn't be saying that.
Yeah, like, I've never heard a mom say that. That's weird. Unless she knows.
Usually a mom for their son, no. And, like, his friends, like, those are the people who are supposed to be, like, you know, saying you're the best thing ever. And they're all saying, like, kind of bad things about him. It's very shady.
And his family kind of looked like they almost felt sorry for Colleen when she met them. Like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Right?
And they were like, oh, a lot of girls have been around here.
I mean,
why do they keep leaving?
These are obviously just our, like, conjectures and thoughts, but, like, so far, honestly, this guy is like what a traditional red flag is. Like,
yeah, no, I would run if I were Colleen.
I'd be like,
I really hope they don't.
I don't feel safe.
End up together. I'll be, like, worried about her if she ends up with him. He gave me actual, like,
he fooled us
vibes.
And then, like, you know, so my boyfriend was very much team Matt, because he's like, oh my God, this poor guy, like, somebody really hurt him, he seems so genuine. Yeah, like, last episode, he's like, what the hell is this? That's not okay. That's not okay.
He did a full 360.
Yeah, he's like, okay, no, that's weird. No, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Like, the whole aquarium date was weird.
I really hope they don't. Yeah, I just felt so uncomfortable.
And then
I mean, she's not like a saint.
No.
She was flirting with Cole in the pool, and she's not so mature. I think honestly her and Cole would make a great couple.
They would, 100%. They should get together, honestly.
Yeah. I wonder if that'll happen at the reunion.
And also, my main takeaway from this episode really was seeing how the girls were talking to the guys and, like, how their fights were going. And then when they were doing the girls' night, what they were telling each other, because those were vastly different things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, do you just like refuse to acknowledge what really happened, and you're telling your friends like shit differently to get like validation that you're not crazy, or or do you actually think that's what happened? Because that's a major miscommunication.
I feel like a lot of them are delusional.
Yeah, she'd be like, oh, like,
especially Nancy and
100%, or even Colleen when she's like, yeah, he asked me, like, I made myself clear that like I care about him, and he just does not believe me, and I'm like, that's not what happened. Girl, you said you don't think. Like, what? That's not at all what happened.
Two totally different stories, but okay. She's a little shady, Colleen, but yeah. I mean, I think
I feel
her
like
and Matt are not going to work. So
I feel like people kind of on this season, majority of people that we're watching are not as mature and prepared for a relationship as maybe previous seasons.
Yeah. I think I doubt basically almost every couple, like except for Alexa and Brennan, and even them I kind of have doubts about them too.
Yeah, they seem like the people that would date for a while, but not necessarily like get married.
Yeah. No, there's not like one couple where I'm like they're absolutely perfect for each other, and I feel like that was the case, especially last season and the season
Have you
before.
been following up on the whole divorce of Danielle and Nick from last season? His name?
No, I haven't really been
like the one that like was into the costumes and dressing up and stuff. So I haven't, but I've seen that they divorced, and now like they are basically not talking to each other and like blocked each other or something. And there's like, it's not like a good divorce. Like, she's claiming he's making up lies about her and stuff. And I'm like, what's going on? They were so cute at the reunion.
Yeah. I saw them actually at Coachella, and they were really cute together.
Oh, really?
Like, holding hands, and yeah.
It's really sad. They made no sense to me. I was shocked they made it that far.
Yeah. You know who I'm so shocked about? Barnett and
shocked.
What's her name?
I can't believe they're still together.
They're still together.
Amber, right?
Amber, yeah.
They are still together. It's cute. It's weird.
I can't believe that.
Like, they turned out. I mean, the whole first season, there was a lot of people that like made it work and were like cute.
Yeah.
It seemed to work.
Cameron
genuine.
and Lauren, the cutest ever. Like, I want them to host Love is Blind.
I feel
They're
like
the best.
They should, and they have like the experience of doing it. They'd be so fun.
Like the Lachey's are just like so random. I mean, I like them as hosts, but they're just, it's like, why are you here?
I think Lauren and Cameron have a podcast. No, I think.
I think it's about Love is Blind, right?
I think so, maybe, or like relationships. I don't know. But I haven't actually listened to it, but I know they have something. So they could do it. Be cute.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for next week. I'm
so excited.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of cliffhangers. No, so better not. It's the last episode. This week was all cliffhangers. Well, I mean,
they're probably going to give us some cliffhangers of something that happens at the reunion, and
are they going to have
waiting for that.
An official reunion?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, thank God.
They are. I saw there was like a trailer for it that came out today, and they didn't really like show us anything. They just showed us like people saying, oh, "What the fuck? Oh my God." That's it.
I love Netflix trailers.
I have giving us everything and nothing at the same time.
I have to say, I'm really thankful for Netflix for bringing these cups into my life, because I'm really feeling them. They keep your drink nice and cold.
So cute. I'm obsessed. We're drinking from the gold cups for everybody that is not watching on video.
Yeah, we ordered the gold cups from Love is Blind, and they're actually super fun. And they keep your drink cold.
We feel like we're on the show now.
Yes, it feels on brand. Well, this was a great week of awesome TV.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please rate us 5 stars on Apple or Spotify. Thanks for listening and gossiping with us this week. Love you guys.
Bye.